We have turkey, a couple of leaves, and an acorn. I recommend starting with, you have to think ahead on decorating these cookies since you're using a tipless bag. There is no tip, hence the name tipless. So we're going to cut a small hole. So you want to start small. You can always make we're going to be making the holes larger, but we want to start small. So I've got some clean scissors. I'm just going to cut a little circle here. And I am going to, first of all, make my turkey legs. So holding the bag, I'm just going to do my own interpretation of what I think a turkey foot looks like. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's a cookie, it's going to be eaten. So just squeezing gently, coming up with some turkey legs. I'm also going to make a dot near his eye, or for his eye, and we can put a sprinkle on there in a little bit. All right, now we're going to take the red and again make a hole. And we're going to make the wattle. I don't know why they call it a wattle. I should look that up. So we'll make the wattle, and we might as well put a little bit of yellow on for his beak. So you would want to do this on all of on the 4 cookies that you have. Do those first because we are going to want the holes to be larger. I'm going to give my turkey an eyeball. I needed to put some frosting down to give the eyeball something to stick onto. There, he has a nice purple blue eye. What color is your turkey's eye? So now what we want to do, and I'm looking ahead at my other cookies. The acorn we're going to do with the brown frosting, and we're going to just make it smooth. So it does not matter what size hole we have in our piping bag. The leaf is going to be all the colors combined, the 2 leaves. I'm just going to demonstrate on one. We're going to put all the colors on there. So it's really the turkey that I'm concerned about. So again, I'm going to make a little bit larger holes in here. I'm just cutting a little bit more of the tip away, and it doesn't matter if it's square or not. So what we're going to do, I love this technique. We're going to put a blob and another blob, and then I'm going to combine mine. I'm going to do yellow and red, and what happens when we mix yellow and red? We get orange. So I'm going to take a spoon. I have a long teaspoon here. You can use a knife, you can use a paintbrush if it's not a dirty, toxic paintbrush. There's a lot of things you want to do. So what we're going to do, I'm going to mix these up just a little bit and keep it in a mound if I can. Oops, I can't. I'm going to just pull them forward. And I'm going to do some yellow, and I think I might put a little bit of brown with it. So what we're trying to go for is the beautiful colors of the turkey's feathers when they're strutting their stuff. And so there's no right or wrong way to do this. That's why I do cookie decorating, because nobody can say, you did that wrong, when they don't know. Sometimes I don't even know. Okay, so here we go. And now we're going to make, oh, that's coming out nice. We're going to make another row of feathers. And see, it looks kind of pretty with my colors on the same spoon, but I am going to wipe it off now. And what do you do with that? Well, you can put it in a bowl, or you can eat it, or whatever you want to do. I'll just keep it on my finger for a while. I'm going to put some more red in here. I'll put some yellow in here. And you decide when you're done. You can keep doing the whole turkey this way or not. We're just going to pull it forward, pulling it forward, giving it a layered look. How's that? That turned out pretty nice. Your friends are going to be so impressed, and that's so easy. Okay, moving on to the acorn. We are going to We're just going to cover the whole cookie in the brown. Now, you can use a table knife. I'm going to try with a table knife. I don't use a table knife, but we're going to use the back of the blade. Now, if you hold your cookies in your hands while you frost, which is what I do, you want to be sure that you're not just holding the cookie by one point and you're putting pressure on the cookie, because the cookie will break and then you'll be forced to eat it. So when I frost my cookies, I make sure that I am supporting my cookie everywhere. So notice my pinky is under my cookie. So there's no point that I can break my cookie on this. So you can just go back and forth until it's smooth, until you like the smoothness of it. We don't have to do too much up in this area because we're going to put sprinkles on there, the chocolate jimmies. And then this part can be as smooth as you want it or not. Now, one trick that I use all the time, I'll show you a couple things that I do. One, I use an offset spatula. See how it's offset? It's not straight. I use that and I do it at a slight angle. And then when I'm in a hurry, which is most of the time, and because I do hundreds of cookies a day, or a week, I should say, not a day, I usually put my knife in hot water, and then the hot knife with a little bit of moisture is going to make that perfectly smooth. Okay, I tried to do this without using my fast trick. So I just put some boiling water in my coffee mug here, in a mug, and see how fast and smooth that gets. A little bit shiny. The shine will go away, but it just is so much faster and you get a beautiful smoothing. I'm putting very, very little pressure on the cookie, and notice my fingers are supporting it. And now we are going to do a very fun, simple thing. We're just going to dip it into some sprinkles. I'm going to make the acorn top, and just a matter of putting some sprinkles on there. And then you have a cute little acorn. Oh my, aren't I clever? Okay, now my other great fun technique is making marbled colors on a leaf to make them look like they are leaves that you went outside and picked up off of the ground. So I'm going to show you what not to do, and then I'm going to show you what to do. So we are going to we're going to put a little bit of color on each one of the colors on the cookie. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. And then we're going to blend them together. But what I've seen people, this makes sense to me, but other people don't quite get it. So I thought I'd show you. I didn't know that, after watching other people do things, you learn. Okay, so our goal here is to blend these colors so that you can still see each one, but they're going to be marbled together. So I'm going to take this one, and this is what not to do. We are going to, I have my hot knife, and we want to blend them together. Now, what you don't want to do is keep spreading, and then you end up with just mud color. I've seen a lot of people do that. They just spread and they take the knife and they, like they're spreading peanut butter on a piece of bread. That's not, you want to do that, but not really. So what I want to do, the look I'm going for is actually turning out okay. I want it to look like an autumn leaf. So this is what you're doing. We're just spreading it around gently, lightly, not a lot of pressure. Now, this is the point when you're going back over, this is where you want to do, where less is more. So back in my hot water and smoothing it out a little bit more. So the more you spread it around, the less colors you're going to have. It's going to meld on top of each other. So let's move over to this cookie. This one's a little easier because it's larger. And we're just going to spread it around, marble it around, bring a little red over here. The reason I gave you yellow and red as opposed to orange and red is because people got orange last month in their Halloween box, but also because you can mix red and yellow and you will get orange. So we're just going to smooth these out, put them kind of where I want. And the great thing with these leaves, as in nature, no two of them ever turn out the same. So notice my fingers are under the cookie everywhere, and now I'm just going to smooth out the colors I have. Gentle strokes with a hot knife. And isn't that turning out beautiful? Doesn't it look like you just went outside, as if we, for the few trees we have that actually change colors here in California? And I'm going to take my knife. I'm not doing a perfect job here, but you get the point, right? And then clean up my edges a little bit. But wait, there's more. Okay, isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I have 2 more steps. I want this to look a little bit realistic, so I'm going to take a toothpick and draw lines for veins. I'm wiping off after each time so that I'm not creating a huge mess on my cookie. Can you tell I take cookie decorating seriously? It gives me great joy and satisfaction to do this. I hope that you will enjoy it too. And if you ever want more lessons, just give me a call. I would be happy to teach you. Okay, how's that look? And then, so you have some sugar sprinkles, and I mixed up a couple of colors here because I don't know what we're doing, and this can make it look like there's dew on the leaf if you want. I don't put very much because I'm not so sure it needs it, but we'll just mess around and see. So here's the yellow. So lots of different options. Well, we might as well finish this other leaf as well with the veins. And it's just the same thing. And I'll have you know, this is the first video I have ever made in my entire life. What do you think? Turned out not too bad, I hope. Okay, here you go. Your Thanksgiving, your turkey, your Thanksgiving Day cookie decorating kit. And next month we will have a gingerbread house, a gingerbread man or woman, and a Christmas stocking. So if you have any extra frosting, you might want to just put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer, and you can pull it out and have a few more colors to work with next month. Okay, until then, this is Shannon Ciatti of Ciatti Sweets, making art delicious.